Hey, pizza pals! It's Meltvin, your favorite slice of pepperoni with a passport. Today, Ryan and Stephanie are going to serve up a hot, cheesy pie of travel truths. We're talking about the worst travel advice they've ever been given. And trust me, this advice is more burnt crust than golden brown. Stick around because this slice is about to get saucy.
Thanks, Meltvin. Welcome back to One Slice at a Time, the podcast where pizza is life and travel is everything else. I'm Stephanie.
Ryan, we're both travel advisors helping you turn those vacation dreams into reality because life is too short to let vacation days pile up like leftover crust in the fridge.
Before we dive in, did you catch last week's episode? We talked all about being a Disney adult. And no, it is not just drinking around the world in Epcot. We broke down it. Well, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. We broke down Adventures by Disney VIP tours and those hidden toppings in the park that are perfect for grown-ups. If you missed it, definitely go back and give it a listen.
Today's slice is different. We're tackling the worst travel advice we've ever received. And trust me, some of this stuff belongs in the trash can with last night's cold pizza box.
So let's start it off with a classic and one that I just hate. Wait for last minute travel deals to come out before you book.
Ugh.
I know.
Stephanie, this is nails on a chalkboard for me. I hate this one. It's such bad advice. What actually happens is you get stuck with the scraps.
That's right.
You get the people are, let's get that last minute cruise. Okay, fine, sure. Inside cabin that nobody wanted to begin with. The cheap flight, enjoy your 3 layovers in the middle seat. The deal hotel, 1 star. And it is a flickering star about to go out. This is terrible advice. If you happen to be traveling this weekend, okay, let's go see if there's some last minute deals. But do not wait for a last minute deal.
Right. If you know when your vacation's coming, go ahead and get it on the books. Don't wait for these last minute deals because that's exactly what you're going to end up with. And the people that are telling you to wait for these last minute deals, honestly have probably never done this themselves. They just think that they're going to get a better price if they wait. Or they did this 20 years ago when these actually existed because honestly, they don't really even exist anymore. Or they got lucky one time and they got upgraded when their category they picked on the cruise got sold out or something at the last minute. That is what happened to them, and that's why they're telling you this. But it's super bad advice. Better advice, book early. Know your modification and cancellation terms, and then watch for promotions. Keep your options open, and then without the stress of having to wait till the last minute. You're just gambling with your vacation.
Yeah, and we'll do it for you too. So, early, the deposits are usually cheap, and then you can modify later. Otherwise, you're gambling with your vacation, and vacations should be melty mozzarella, not Russian roulette.
Absolutely. And here's another stinker. People are like, man, we'll just figure it out when we get there. And no need to plan, right, Ryan? No need to plan that 2-week trip to Europe with your toddlers. Just figure it out when you get there.
I don't hate this one as much as I hate the previous one.
Right.
But this one's still pretty bad, pretty cheesy. I like spontaneity. It's fun, but making your whole trip is just a recipe for disaster. We're talking long lines, bad food, getting lost, and worst of all, you're probably missing the most important site in the destination when you're standing right next to it, all because you couldn't be bothered to do a little research or think about it a little bit in advance.
Right.
Or call me and have me do that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be the traveler that strolls right past the Coliseum because you couldn't figure out how to get inside, or you didn't know that you needed to buy a ticket a few days ahead of time before you got there in order to be able to get in. Or you don't know the best way to get from the airport to whatever hotel you booked on the way there, and you completely miss your metro, and you don't even know how to get a hold of a taxi or anything. So guys, do a little bit of planning.
Yeah, the better advice is just work with us. We'll do
Yeah.
the planning so you don't have to feel like it's a big research project. You still get the freedom to improvise, but without the burnt crust of missed opportunities.
I mean, winging it might sound adventurous, but it mushrooms into stress that can ruin your vacation really fast. And while you're
Mushrooms.
doing mushrooms, guys, we didn't want you to miss that one. And while you're doing a little extra planning, and try to figure out a few simple phrases in the language of the country you're going to, or like, don't expect everybody to speak English or your own native language. Make your life a lot easier. Learn how to say please, thank you, where's the bathroom, or at least can I get a slice of pepperoni, right?
It's right. It goes, hello, where's the bathroom? Can
Please,
I get a
thank
slice of
you.
pepperoni?
Exactly, in that order. So, Ryan, one other piece of travel advice that I always hear is like you should always travel with a carry-on only, never
Yeah.
check a bag, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I get the appeal, and not saying I haven't like done it myself, traveled carry-on only, and you think you'll save money, you'll skip baggage claim, so you'll save time, you look like this big seasoned traveler, carry-on only, zooming through the airport. Don't work. We're talking about flying overseas from the US or you're going on an extended trip. That advice is about as thin as a frozen grocery store pizza.
It it just it's not very weighty. It's like there's a
That's right.
lot more things that go into it. And like, listen, I've tried it before and done fine with it. I've also tried it before and bought a suitcase in destination because I wanted to buy something that I
Oh,
couldn't
for
buy.
sure.
So carry-ons are great for a weekend trip or any quick slice of travel. But if you're heading for Europe for 2 weeks or doing a cruise with multiple climates, you're going to need more than 3 pairs of socks and a dream.
Well, I would hope so. And people forget, like, international flights often include the checked bag and the fare. So you're really not even
Yeah.
saving any money. So why are you twisting yourself into a pretzel or a breadstick? Or wearing all your clothes like a deluxe pizza with all these extra toppings and trying to cram your whole life into one tiny suitcase.
It's super convenient though. If you can do the carry-on only, that is super convenient. I
It
get the
is.
appeal. It's just like sometimes you're gonna weigh that convenience against the other convenience of having the stuff that you need. So a lot of airlines are weighing the carry-ons. You're standing there at
Yes.
the gate, sweating like a pizza oven, hoping they
Because you
don't
got
tell
all
you
your
to check
clothes
it
on.
anyway. Yeah, that's right. And then you stress it all out for nothing.
This happened to me and Kyle on our way to Vienna this year, and we ended up being a little bit overweight. They had to check all three of our bags. It did not help us at all. So lesson learned, a check bag can make your trip smoother, especially if you want to bring back souvenirs. I am the person that had to buy luggage to bring home candy that my child got at Oogie Boogie Bash because she was not leaving without the free candy. So sometimes it's just nice to have an extra bag in order to bring back not just souvenirs, but the free crap your kids bring home. But sometimes you might want to bring back some wine or some olive oil or, I don't know, maybe the pizza dough starter that's been around for centuries.
Fair. So we both have been in that situation where we had to buy suitcases in destination. And yes, I've brought home wine, olive oil, and I haven't brought home a pizza dough starter, but I'm going to look for it next time I go someplace. The point is, don't blindly follow the carry-on only rule.
That's right.
For short trips,
Feel it in your
pack
heart.
light. Yeah. For long trips, check a bag and save yourself the headache, or at least check in with yourself. Say to yourself, if I don't bring this stuff, what is my trip going to be like? And if it's going to be
Right.
terrible or inconvenient, take the extra bag.
That's right. I mean, what about you guys, Pizza Pals? Are you guys team carry-on only, or you check a bag and just admit to yourself you like have enough outfits to last more than 2 days? We want to know. Are you a one-slice packer or a family-size pleaser packer?
By the end of the trip, I'm going to need the more different clothes anyway because I've had too much pizza.
We're going one size up in the check bags.
Okay, pizza pals, Before we sprinkle on more toppings, remember Ryan and Stephanie are actual travel agents. Yep, the kind who keep your trip from being half-baked. And speaking of half-baked, it's time for Ryan's crusty review. Let's see what just came out of the oven.
All right, Melvin. Thank you. I thought we would take a break from reviewing pizza places you'll probably never stumble into. This week, I'll share 3 pieces of bad pizza ideas. 3 slices of bad pizza ideas. Yeah, whatever. Number 1, you're out with someone that says, "Hey, do you want to split a pizza?" Immediate
What?
flag on the play. This is dangerous territory. What if you don't agree on toppings? If you can find a place that serves a 10-inch pizza, that is a personal pizza. If it's too much for you, you get to bring some home. I don't even share with my wife. Maggie wants chicken bacon ranch or pineapple. I want pepperoni. My only caveat is that I can sometimes be talked into a big group that says, let's order a whole bunch of different pizzas. I can sometimes get on board with that. Sometimes. Number 2, we'll order this and you can pick off the toppings. What? No, I'm not 7. I would sooner order my own pizza. See, number 1, ingredient flavors carry over. If I'm picking it off, I might as well just eat it. And number 3, you can't have pizza tonight. You just had it last night.
That's not a thing.
Who is this? Are you my mother? Like, who is? In Ryan's opinion, you can have pizza as many days in a row as you want. And also, I happen to think that there's New York, New Haven, Chicago, Detroit, all these different styles, and I think they're different foods. Don't follow that bad advice.
That's horrible advice. That is very bad advice. I agree with
Yes.
all of those three rules there, Ryan. But let's get back now to the travel advice. And here is a big one. People tell you to skip the guided experiences, that they're just tourist traps and there are these horrible things on buses with a bunch of strangers. Guys,
Some stale crust. That's
It
stale
is.
crust. The truth is that guides can make a destination come to life. They know the food, the history, the culture, and you can ask them real questions. It's like getting the secret recipe from the pizza chef himself.
and let's not forget, like guided doesn't have to mean these giant big bus tours. You can do private guides, you can do small groups, you can do even fully guided vacations. Go back to the last episode where we talk about Adventures by Disney. Like everything is handled for you. Meals, transfers, activities, all sliced, served, ready to enjoy. The guides live here. They know the history. These are local people. They know the language. Why wouldn't you want a local to show you around the place that they like live and they love? I don't understand.
A lot of people say that they're traveling for like a cultural immersion or something
Mhm.
like that. And they tend to think that if they go with a guided experience, that they're going to miss out on that immersiveness. And I actually think that's really not true. If you
Right.
if you go with a guide or partially guided or just one day get a guide or a food tour guide or anything like that, you are immersing yourself in the
Right.
culture by having this experience with this person. So I think it's actually very counterintuitive to the tourist trap thing that people are saying.
That's right.
Sometimes it's nice to take your hands off the wheel too and let someone else knead the dough.
That's where I have to come in, guys. Like, if you're worried about a guided tour experience, work with Ryan and I. We can help you pick out the perfect type of guided tour that will work with you, whether it's a small group or a private guide, to make sure you're getting the experience that you're looking for without the big bus tour that you're scared of.
So to recap, waiting for last minute deals, half-baked.
No,
Winging
not
it,
doing it.
recipe for disaster.
Not happening.
Skipping guided experiences, that is a cheesy mistake.
The good news is there is always a better way. Plan early, get support, let the experts like Ryan and I help you plan your trip. So it's more of a 5-star slice than a cold leftover.
And if you want help planning your next adventure, Stephanie and I are just a message away.
That's for sure. At the end of the day, your vacation should be extra cheese, not extra stress.
All right, Steph, time to close the kitchen. Before we go, here's a peek at what's in the oven for next week's episode.
So next week, Ryan, we're headed to Iceland, and we're talking by land and by sea. Should you rent a car and do the whole road trip on the ring road, or hop on a cruise ship and see it from the water? We'll break slices of the pie.
So make sure you come hungry for that one. It's going to be legendary.
And you know what I got to ask now, Ryan? What's for dinner?
Hey man, if Taylor Swift can make a sourdough loaf of bread, then Ryan Joy can make a sourdough crust. I'll let you know how it goes.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Well, folks, that's all for this slice. If you had fun hanging out, toss us a 5-star review, share with your crew, and subscribe so you never miss a bite. And hey, if you really want to be part of the family, sign up for our newsletter, Extra Cheese, at ExtraCheese.fun. It's stuffed with travel tips, insider deals, and plenty of melty goodness. Until next time, Pizza Pals, keep it crispy